Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about the newest album from Arca, KiCk or KiCk 1. So this is the fourth studio album from the experimental electronic producer Arca. And man, this album felt like it was a long time coming. I mean, she's worked with some of the most leading forces in the music industry to date. You got Kanye West, FKA Twigs, and Bjork, just to name a few. And on her solo records, she's been experimenting mainly in sound play with records like Zen, a personal favorite of mine, but also her single Virtual Diva FM that dropped earlier this year. That is a pretty mind-bending experience in my opinion. And what really excited me about this new record is that she is delving into pop music and even reggaeton for the first time, which is really awesome. There is a really impressive feature list on this record with Bjork, the queen herself, Sophie, Rosalia, and Shy Girl, and it sounds like the perfect concoction for an experimental pop opus, right? Well, you know, not necessarily, actually. The way that this album flows front to back is very shaky, in my opinion, and sort of disorienting, but not really in a good way. A lot of these tracks either feel like they end too soon or build into nowhere, really. I'm talking about tracks like the opening cut, Non-Binary, Watch, that features Shy Girl, La Chiqui, I don't really know if I'm saying that right, that features Sophie, but also Metrifique. I do not know if I'm saying any of this right. There is a ton of cool sound play that comes off of these tracks, but they end up feeling really fleeting. And unfortunately, they don't really give me much reason to return to them out of that really cool sound play. It's like once I hit play and the track is done, I've kind of felt like I have had my time with it. And also, the track with Bjork, Afterwards, I thought would have been a major standout on this record, but kind of ends up paling in comparison to others, was just kind of like a decent track. Now, do not get me wrong, I did enjoy a lot of this album. Those weren't the only tracks on here. I liked the more ethereal sounding cuts. Tracks like Color, or Machote, or the closing track, No Queda Nada, I thought were really amazing. And that piano intro that opens up the track Color is just so haunting and beautiful sounding at the same time. It's like a really unique feeling, and it stands out quite a bit to me. Also, Rip the Slit was the song that grew on me the most, I think, out of the track list after my first couple passes of it. At first, I instinctually wanted to put it into those categories of the other tracks that feel a little more fleeting because it's more direct and to the point. But over repeat listens, there is so many details to unpack in that instrumental, especially towards the outro, and becomes really beautiful sounding. I did think the track that stuck out the most in the bunch, being the strongest overall piece, was KLK that featured Rosalia, which basically ends up being this exercise in deconstructed reggaeton that is extremely refreshing sounding for that genre, in my opinion. I'm not really too well versed in it, but it did really feel like a refreshing take. And it left me thinking, I kind of wish the whole record was like that, you know, kind of going down that type of idea, rabbit hole. And it's weird. I mean, I kind of feel torn at the end of the day with this record. I did enjoy a lot of the ideas. A lot of the sound play is really cool, and the highlights are extreme highlights. But it is kind of a mixed bag. I mean, some of those tracks, like I said, again, ended up growing on me, but the other ones that didn't, the more I listened to them, the more fleeting they just kind of became. Still, I do think this is going to be one of the more, interesting pop records that you might run across in 2020 so far. And with that being said, I'm feeling a 7 over here on KiCk. So for all you vinyl collectors out there, if you have not acted quickly on this record, it sold out really fast. Bleep.com had a really cool glow-in-the-dark pressing that was limited to 500 copies, and also XL Recordings, Arca's label, had it on 500 out of clear. I think it was just a standard clear vinyl. So what is left are standard black issues. So I'm going to have links down below to Bleep and to XL if you guys would like to grab that. And if you listened to Arca's new record, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and share. And if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Peace.